Welcome to Birchover, the start of today's little trek. So good morning. Yeah, starting in Birchover today. Got a 14-15 miler. Starting off heading towards Rowter Rocks, Robin Hood Stride. Then we head up somewhere towards Lathkill Dale. Finish with the 9 Ladies Stone Circle and plenty more in between, but that's just a little insight. So straight away then, we're at Rowter Rocks. And have a look around, a bit of an explore. I think there might be some sort of little tunnels and things we can pop through. Caves. Oh, that great lump doesn't drop on your head. No, I'm not going to get on my hands and knees. I could get through there if I did, but we'll go around instead and going through. Right, so footholds and roots might give us a bit of a hand up. I might need another hand up. No one's done it. Grab the other root. It's a cracking little place to explore this, isn't it? Kids would love this. Again, I can go both ways up round this bit. Oh, hello. Not far down there. I wonder if that goes through to where I thought I could crawl through. Probably. Sneak through there, or go around here, or down the steps, that hole. Hey, this is awesome. I love it. Let's carry on to the top now. Seats. Hey, this is quality. This, I'm going to stop and get a photo of this before I go up there. They form steps as well. Look. Narrow ledge. Hey, this is all about the exploring, isn't it? So I don't think we can get on top of this pole, to this pole. But yeah, I love that. I mean, I have seen videos of this, but I think this is a bit more than I was expecting. Brilliant. Let's get a big hole in here. So I'm back down lower, and again that was where I came through the other end and poked my head through. No, I'm not crawling, I'm crawling a little bit, I'm not getting on my hands with this. Oh, there's just two like pillars holding that up. I'm getting stuck with my bag on my back. So again, that's where I got to, where I could have crawled through, and there's a bit that goes up to the top there, which I'm not going to scramble up. Brilliant. Look. Non-stop, there's loads of stuff to explore. What's this? Nothing, just an empty little hut. But I think I've spent my time here. Quality, no one around at, I started really early today. I've been up to Mam 12 for a sunrise. So I started today about 8 o'clock in Birchover. So super quiet, but as I say, yeah, some dangerously high edges. Do take care if you have young children or crazy children. path up to Rowter Rocks then is just after the Druids Inn. That's the Druids Inn. Straight out of Birchover and then up here. And there is your Rowter Rocks. Quite a long time exploring up there. And now we'll crack on with the walk. What's next? Robin Hood Stride maybe? Sometimes I wonder what the point is. It's a latch, isn't it? I've just joined up with the Limestone Way. Another one that we'll have to tackle sometime. And that's only a 3 or 4 day route, isn't it? So pop it on the list. Not just the Limestone Way, also the Peak Wesley Way. Never heard of that one. I'm going to have to Google it though, aren't I? And a public footpath. A steady climb up then. I'm actually warming up, but there's a very handy bench. Sorry, well, I'm just going to take a few layers off. So which way do I go here? Up the right path, up the left path? Somewhere there's a Hermits Cave. Let's go and have a look. And I'm not sure I'd class that as a cave. Nice little shelter if it's peeing it down and you want some dinner. My route comes as a little loop off the main Limestone Way here, just having a look around these rocky areas and these high parts. That wasn't much to look at, I've got to be honest, but I'm carrying on the loop. It's not huge. I think I'm a bit higher actually than the path that I've plotted, but it certainly looks a well trodden path, so I'll continue on it until I drop down or find where the path goes. Yeah, I'm trying to look down to the bottom. I think it is only the high path, but there's another bundle of rocks here. This might be where the aforementioned Hermits Cave is, so we'll have an explore and I'll show you what I find. Hazy morning, so I've had quite an explore. I haven't found anything cave-like yet. I am on top of them. I haven't been around that sort of side yet, and I think I'm not even sure there's a path around the bottom of here. I didn't go right round, so if there's anything this side I'm not going to see it. Okay, I'm not sure how well you can see that, but the cave shows on my watch. So I haven't plotted it to the cave, but somehow I'm going to try and find my way to it. Best of luck, eh? Okay, I'm about bang on top of it. Where is it? There is the question. I'm too high up, I think. What's down here? I can't obviously leap around. Right, I'll turn you back on if I find it. Okay. Sad to report it's barriered up. I've never watched a video of this route or anything. And to be fair, it ain't that much. Okay, it's got a ledge. And it's got an entry wall. And I thought it was trying to stop people anyway, but yeah, unless you come with some spanners for the sake of getting into there, probably not worth it. But there we go, I found the Hermits Cave. Not one to give up. Rather annoyingly, up there is where I came through. Up here is where I went up, literally up past this tree onto the top. If I'd have carried on this way, I'd have been at that cave in about 30 seconds. Ah well, it's all about the exploration, right? I'll know for next time. Next one to explore then, Robin Hood's Stride. Have a clamber up there. There we go then, big old chunk of rock. Big S carved in the top left corner, 1885. Pretty impressive views. And all them 4 stones are down there. See if they're on the map in a minute. Yeah, not bad that way. Slightly more obscured by tree this way. Another big bit of rock there. I'm not going to try and get on top of that. But yeah, I could see that one all the way up. Interesting little stone circle. I always wonder if things like this have any history. I mean, why else would they be here? It's very odd. And I'm not sure if I'm safe stood in the middle of it. I feel like there should be another one here though. 2 there, 2 there, and maybe there as well. Yeah. Interesting. Right, back to the trail. I've done just over 3 miles, 3 1/4 I think, and it's taken me 2 hours. That's a pretty steady pace. There's been lots to look at so far. I'm now on a bit of a straighter road, so I can get a bit of speed up, get some mileage in. This heads in the direction of Elton, is it? And then I'm turning right off towards Yulegreave. You could cut this short by going straight across where I just came out and through this farmyard. But I'm here for the miles, I've got the time today. So this is the direction I'm going. So that way leads to Elton. I'm going off through here in a second, but let's just have a look at the water troughs and the bench. Berry Cliff Quarry. I assume that's how you pronounce it. Apologies if I'm wrong. So that must have been somewhere around here. Loving the springtime air. This is great. So peaceful. I'm gonna hit a boggy section, I reckon. Well, I have here. It has been a bit boggy on the stretch from Elton towards here. Quite a bit worse than that. You can see my boots are actually wet, and my socks are wet because these aren't waterproof either. All me for not coming out in waterproof, oh my lord, footwear. Now it's time to walk the plank. There's some writing on this little rock, well, fair sized rock. Can't quite tell what it says though. I have taken a photo, so I'll try and zoom in when I get home and see if I can see anything. Seen better days, eh? A buzzard and a kestrel, if you can see them both. Console the genius of the place in all that tells the waters or to rise or fall. Should that all be there? Console the genius of the place in all that tells the waters to rise or fall. Or that tells the waters or to rise or fall. I feel like there's an all too many. Top or bottom? Given the bottom is a public footpath, I might just go that way. I'm guessing we need to go down. It does look that way on the map. It's like non-stop, there's always something going on. We've got a bridge now, although it looks a bit warped. Now what we got? Middleton Dale. That's where we're heading. I guess there's some old structure remains of just there. Could this be the sheep wash down here as well? Once upon a time I imagine they could have chucked the sheep in there. Where does the water go when it... Right, I'm going in. I'm doing that now. Right, I need to do this without like damaging anything. Where does the water go? Now obviously it must go under somewhere and come out up there. That's where it ends up. But cracking, that's a little sheep wash then. The late May or June will wash their fleece. The farmers bought their sheep in this deep pool. The foam, the wool pulsates. Waters rush to escape. Dip your ghosts. And I can't read the bottom up. This is where we're going to head into next. So I thought the other side was the sheep wash, but it sounds from them little bits on the wall that this would have been it. Could chuck a few in here, I suppose. Quality though, isn't it? Just, I love exploring stuff like this. Oh, quietness indeed, because I've just come up quite a climb from the river down there. Back on the Limestone Way, I've been for a while. Been drifting on and off it. Mainly on it, I think. Blimey, that's a narrow one. And the bag on the back. If you're doing the Limestone Way with a big old rucksack, camping and everything, good luck. Good. Up we go again. Got something else to play on. How cool is this? Fab bridge. Oh. Morning. How are you doing? Hiya. How are we doing?
Morning. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. It seems like there's a path option, an option of a path or a riverside track, grassy track. I feel like the path's been put there for a reason, although it does look nice from there and everybody else is on it. I'll avoid adding erosion for now. Oh, there was some of them other falls, but loads of little ones along here. I will drop down somewhere where these ladies are ahead and get a photo of a few of them. Morning! Someone's seen bread. Oh no, the whole lot are coming. A whole lot, there's like 2 more. Certainly extremely clear water. Stunning little set of falls in Alport. Oh, the sunshine glistening in the little brook as I climb up beside it. Remains of what was obviously once a very bustling place. Just entering, I think it's Stanton In Peak. The pub, or I mean, call it a pub, it looks quite small. A little bit of ours outside. Tiny little place, isn't it? I like it around here though. Stanton In Peak, and not Stanton In the Peaks as I said. Stanton In Peak. And there's the village church. Look at the memorial while we're here. I'm not going to sit down. As much as I'm about ready, I'm going to carry on. Stanton Moor then. Yeah, I was going to say I thought there was a big fire here at one point. And that's why, because of a barbecue. This then is the 9 Ladies Stone Circle on Stanton Moor. I'm not sure if there's any history to it. There is a notice board just over to my left, so we'll go and have a look at that in a sec. Again, must have had some history at some point, surely. What it is, hopefully we'll find out shortly. So, created by Bronze Age people around 4,000 years ago. So it doesn't really say what it was. Have a read through. This is what it may have been. Ceremonial site, meeting place, combination of the above. So there are some more circles to find on the way back if we can find them, and I know there's the Cork Stone and also a trig point. See what we can find. Not really seeing much else as I've walked along. There is something marked on the map here as the ring cairn. Can't see much of a cairn, but there's a little mound. A couple more sights to see on this wonderful day then. First of all, Stanton Moor trig point. Bosh. As I guess you'd expect from a trig point, well, not that way. Fairly decent views, not the best actually. Yeah, better that way. Nonetheless, that's another one ticked off. And lastly then, well I think, there might be some more on the way back. This is the Cork Stone, C-O-R-K. And it has these very quirky little hand and foot rungs. Now I don't think I'm going to try and climb it to the top, but I might have a go at the first few and see how we go. That's if my GoPro battery doesn't run out while I'm at it, because there ain't much left. I'm not going on top. So. That'll do me. I reckon I could have got on top. It's just that getting down off the top bit, isn't it? My GoPro battery, by the way, is on 1%, so we'll be on the phone for the rest of the journey, I think. I'm quite glad I pulled myself up that. Now, I actually parked in Birchover, but there is just here a car park, which looks to be free. Bakewell 4 miles. What's that say? Brimsbury Well. Some crocuses growing in it. Only used as a milestone and drinking supply for horses around the outlying villages. Many of the horses carried lead and stone from the local mines and quarries. And there we are. That is it then. All done and dusted. Back where I started. Thank you as ever for joining me. Been a fantastic walk. I'll pop the mileage and elevation on screen for you. And until the next time, enjoy your hiking out there. Take care, goodbye.